If you can't break your survival mentality, you'll stay in survival mode forever.
I think most people are confused about money. Most people don't have a healthy relationship with money.
This is the secret to getting ahead in business and in life.
Want to soar? Get a mentor. Hey, this is Mark Drager, and this channel was created to help you overcome the #1 challenge that is holding you back: a lack of belief in yourself. You watch these videos because you know there is something greater inside you as well. You have Michael Jordan level talent at something, so today, let's learn from one of the best, my friend Evan Carmichael, on how to add value and get success. Like you do every day, mentor me, Evan. Okay, let's kick it off with rule #1, bring value first.
This is the secret to getting ahead in business and in life. Bring value first. You want somebody to notice you? Bring value first. You want somebody to pay attention to you? Bring value first. You want somebody to buy from you, to hook you up with a partner, to talk about you in a speech on stage? Like, you want people to do stuff for you? Bring value first. Don't go to them asking for help first. Go to them with value first so that they're stumbling all over themselves to try to find a way to help you out too. Bring value first. Most people will never figure this out. Most people will constantly be begging other people, be tweeting at them and DMing them and saying, please help me, please help me, please help. And I feel so bad. I feel frustrated, and I feel so bad for these people who are just asking for help, because you know that they need help, but they're going about it all wrong. By spamming people and begging for help, you're not going to get it. Instead, focus your efforts. Like, you will never get it. You will never get it this way. You're not going to get to your outcome. You're not going to solve this problem by begging people. You'll get a little bit. Like, even beggars on the street get a little bit. You'll get a little bit, but you'll never get to where you want to go, ever, by begging. Instead, flip it and spend your time trying to figure out how you can bring value to other people first so that they can't wait to help you out too.
Also, if you want to have more confidence, check out Evan's 254 series. It's completely free. The link to join is in the description below.
If you're doing work that you love, you're more likely to follow through. You're more likely to do it because it doesn't feel like work, because you love doing it.
The people who win work the hardest because they love what they do.
Create an outline and a schedule. What I found really helpful for me was to create an outline at the start.
Rule #2, always do more.
Most entrepreneurs don't charge enough. You're so worried about getting rejected or losing clients because of a higher price that you'll charge just enough so that you stay just above the survival line. That's not how winning businesses are built. If you can't break your survival mentality, you'll stay in survival mode forever. So the first brand deal that I ever got was for $500 from a major telecommunications company, and they wanted me to write for their website. And they hired me, they hired 9 other people to write an article, and they said, write 300 words, we'll pay you $500. And for me, $500 at the time, I thought, this is great. It's amazing, I got my first deal, $500, this is cash, I'm pumped. But more important, I'm getting a link from a huge company. And for anybody back in the old school SEO days, if you get linked from a big company, that can mean a lot for your business to take off for rankings. So I would have done it for free just for the link. So they gave me the $500. But I didn't just write the 300 words, because I wanted to give more value. I wanted to get paid based off the value that I could provide. And so I had to show them, here's how much value I can bring. And so instead of writing 300 words, I wrote 1,500 words, right? 5 times more than what they asked. And then I made a video talking about it. And then I also promoted it to my newsletter list, promoted it to my audience, let people know when that article came up, here it was. And so what happened? As a result of me doing all this work, I was the only one doing it. So when they came to the end of the series, I had my posts that were crushing it, and the 9 other people were doing what was asked, the 300 words, the bare minimum. What is asked of you is the bare minimum. That's your ticket into the door. If you just did what they asked, that's not enough. That's not giving them insane value. And so I was the only one that they hired. 10 of us went in, I was the only one who kept going because I brought them way more value. Now, I started charging more for what I was doing. It went from $500 per post to $1,000 to $1,500 to $2,000, kept increasing my prices because I was bringing them the value and they could see it. I don't know how common a term this is, but I remember when I was young, growing up at my cottage, we'd always go to this local bake shop and they sold donuts. and they would sell a 12-pack of donuts, but they would add a 13th one in for free, and they called it the baker's dozen. A dozen is supposed to be 12, but they give you a 13th donut for free. So you get your 12 and you can pick one more for free as a bonus, as an extra, as more value. And so you want to think about that in your business as well. Think about all the clients that you're helping. How can you give the baker's dozen? How can you give that one extra donut, that one extra little bit of value? Not of what you want to do, but of what is actually valuable for them, right? In the example of my client, I wrote 5 times as many words. I added a video. I promoted to my newsletter list. Think about being your client's chief goal officer. What are they trying to accomplish? They're hiring you for something, but they also have bigger goals in their life or business. What are they trying to accomplish? And the more you can help them accomplish that thing, the more they're going to love you, the more they're going to refer you, and the more they're going to pay you for helping them out. And so adopt the baker's dozen mentality. You're just assuming that what is on paper is not going to be enough. That's just the entry point. That's the bare minimum. You're always going to add in that extra donut.
And rule number 3, our last one before our very special bonus tip: don't make money your first priority.
I think most people are confused about money. Most people don't have a healthy relationship with money. There are the people who think that money is everything, that money is the only important thing in the world and you need to chase it down and it's your duty and responsibility and obligation. It's like, it's number one. The person walking into my house or my place of business, that's my next suit, that's my next payment, that's my next whatever. It's only focused on money. And there's other people who think money is the root of all evil and that money is a bad thing. Money is a tool. Money helps you get a lot of things done. Money helps you go places. Money helps you accomplish your mission. Money needs to be in your top 5. It's just not number 1. Money needs to be in your top 5. If money does not become important at some point to you, if it's not in your top 5 priorities, you'll never make money and you'll always be by yourself, struggling, trying to figure out how to make something work. But it's not number 1 either. If you put money above all else, you'll end up doing a lot of work that you hate and you never get good at it just because you're chasing opportunities. This is a big reason why so many entrepreneurs fail. You're just chasing the hottest thing for this year that you don't have a passion or interest in, and then you lose because the people who love that destroy you. When I first started doing this, helping entrepreneurs, I never thought I was gonna make money. My first speaking gig, my first option to help people, was in Canada, in my hometown of Toronto, was at a YMCA. It was a free event. They had an entrepreneurship program and they asked me to come and speak to their members. It was free. I wasn't getting paid to do it, just wanted to help out. I just sold my business, I wanted to give back. I was saying yes to everything. I actually didn't even know what I wanted to do next. And so I show up, and it's this big room full of chairs, and only 3 people show up to that first event. Only 3 people. And as soon as I walked in the room and I saw 3 people, my heart sank. I felt like I'm never gonna be able to make anything from this. If only 3 people show up to a free event, how am I ever gonna make money from it? I didn't know. But I gave my best to those 3 people. I know that I helped those 3 people and had an impact on their lives. We then went for coffee afterwards and continued the conversation. I know that I helped them and it filled my soul and I had to find a way to keep doing it. I knew I had to find a way to keep doing it, even if I never made money. And so I did. I kept doing speaking gigs. I did my website. I did my YouTube channel. And slowly, it started to come in. As I figured out the second key important piece, which is figuring out how to bring value to other people. When you find something that you love doing and you combine it with how it brings value to other people, that's when you start making money. If it's something that you just love doing, but nobody else likes it, there's zero value to anybody else, you have a hobby. You have a hobby. If you're only chasing stuff that people like and need, but you don't like doing it, you're never gonna get great at it. You might make a little bit of money, but you're never gonna get great at it. You're never gonna be all time. You're never gonna build a huge business. And so it's that combination of doing work that you love doing and mix it with where there's an opportunity that people need. It's a problem that you are solving. Mix those things together. You have a super successful business.
I have a very special bonus clip on how to get close to your customers. But before that, it is time for the 3-point landing questions. Time to go from just watching the video to taking action. Here we go. Question number 1, what can you do today to bring value to one person in your life? Number 2, what are you gonna do this week to make sure that you are doing more? And number 3, what is the thing that you love doing so much that you would do it completely for free?
I think you need to be your customer's chief goal officer. I think if you want to win in business, you have to understand your customers. You become their chief goal officer. If you want to accomplish your goals, the best way to get there is help your customers accomplish their goals. If you're helping them, you're solving problems, guess what? You're gonna make money. They're gonna pay you to do it. Now you have to combine what they want, right? You're the chief goal officer. This is what they want, and combine it with what you love doing. Can you help them solve that problem? Are you the person to solve it, or do you want to refer somebody else off to them to solve that problem? When you can mix those things together, the thing you absolutely love doing with what the customer so desperately wants, that's when you start to win. So look at this YouTube channel as an example. The content is a mix of what you guys like and what I like. It has to be that mix. From the beginning, the content that I was putting up became requests from people who were emailing me, who then started leaving comments and say, hey, can you do it on this? Or I have this kind of question. Hey, can you do this kind of video? And if I like it, I have something to say, great. A lot of the stuff I may not have anything to say, so I don't do it. But whenever there's that mix, we make the video. Even Simon, how did I learn about Simon? From you guys. From people who are leaving comments and say, hey, Evan, you should do a video on Simon Sinek. When you first left those comments, I had no idea who he was. I was pretty ignorant. I didn't know a lot of people. I still don't know a lot of people. I had no idea who he was. We did a little bit of research on him, said, wow, this is pretty cool. I like this guy. Yeah, we could totally do a top 10 on him, right? You wanted it. I liked it. The match is there. Let's make the video. And now that video, I didn't expect it to do so well. It's one of my top 5 videos. It's got, I think, 5 million views or something. When I recorded it, I was sick. You know, I was sick. I had my baseball hat on backwards. I'm sitting down in a chair. I think there's a little graphic on the screen that says Evan is sick this week. And regardless, videos goes up. I never thought it would be a top 5 video on my channel. If I did, maybe I would have waited so I wasn't sick. Or maybe I would have done it anyway. I probably still would have just done it anyway, just because. But I never thought it would take off like it did. And so it's that combination. What I love with what you guys love. I'm trying to be your chief goal officer and then match that in a way that I can contribute content to you. Look at what I've done with my YouTube channels now. I split them up. We've got 7 different channels. Part of that's based off of how hopefully YouTube will rank my channel differently. And part of it's based off of your feedback saying, Evan, I like some of these videos, but I don't like some of the other ones. I wish you had a channel just for the Espresso series and just for the top 10 series. And so at the end of the day, it still has to work. This is an experiment where, I don't know, 7, 8, 9, 10 weeks in by the time this video comes up. And we'll see if it ends up working out or not. But the way to test it is to test it. Like, you won't know until you go off and do it. And so by paying attention to the feedback and the comments, I make decisions. And it has to be something that then I like too, right? And so you have to get close to your customers. Stop letting people get in between you and your customers. You need to have a relationship with your customers. People have to feel like you know them. And you have to feel like you know them too, to actually know what's going inside their head, so you can provide products or services that can help them.
If you want to learn how to take control of your life with Evan, check out the video right there. I think you'd like it a lot. Continue to believe, and we will see you there.
To make a real change, you have to hate your life. You were trained and conditioned with a perspective that does not serve you. Today, we're gonna break that.